Hello there. There is a powerful, almost unsettling idea posed by the historian Renato Constantino that the greatest measure of our national maturity is to make Jose Rizal, our national hero, obsolete. He suggests that once we cure the societal diseases Rizal wrote about, the corruption, the apathy, and the colonial mindset, that we will no longer need him. It is a compelling argument, sure, but I believe that it is fundamentally flawed. Rizal was a man of integrity and values and ethics that all Filipinos should carry in their hearts. Rizal's methods and his ways, while not violent, were in the end incredibly uplifting and helped reshape the Philippines as we know it today. Rizal cannot and should not become obsolete because he is the permanent foundation of the Filipino soul. To make Rizal obsolete, we would have to erase the role he played in the very act of creating our nation. Before Rizal, there were only Ilocanos, Tagalogs, Cebuanos, and other groups under Spanish rule. It was his pen, particularly in Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo, that gave us a shared tragic narrative. He showed us our collective face, our common suffering, and what became our singular destiny. To dismiss Rizal is to dismiss the very consciousness that binds us. We don't make our founding documents obsolete. Rizal is the intellectual constitution of the Filipino people. The threats Rizal fought, cultural subservience, intellectual laziness, will never truly vanish. In today's hyper-globalized world, the pressures of foreign influence are much more subtle, but much more pervasive. Rizal provides the intellectual armor against this. He taught us to defend our dignity, to speak our own language, and to realize our own potential. His wisdom is the anchor we will always need to prevent us from drifting far too off into cultural irrelevance. He isn't just a critique. He is cultural affirmation for Filipinos. Furthermore, Rizal's contribution is not just historical, it's moral. He represents timeless virtues that every society, no matter how perfect they may be, must uphold. Rizal was the ultimate example of the responsible scholar. He used his extraordinary intellect not for personal gain, but for national service. He was a doctor. He was a scientist. He was a linguist. He was a writer. And he channeled all of that brilliance into the cause of his countrymen. Even if we cured all corruption the next year, or the next month, or even tomorrow, we would still need his example to remind every single student, every professional, every person, that education demands moral action, that intellectual and moral high ground can never be made obsolete. Constantino's call to make Rizal obsolete is a ultimately short-sighted vision. It forgets that we honor Rizal not just for the problems he pointed out, but for the ideal he embodied when he was alive. No, we should not aim to make Rizal obsolete. Our true perpetual task is to elevate the nation so that we may become worthy of the hero who gave us our own identity. We should aim to live up to the highest standards of justice, intellect, and courage that he set. Let us simply strive to be the Filipinos that he envisioned. Thank you for listening.